we ran out of memory last night while we're working anyway, and got all of the floor screwed down, which was nice and actually took up most of the day. And this only took about an hour. We got these panels nice and secured in behind the ribs, so they're holding it up. This is all insulated as well. I've insulated the inside of each rib. These are just wedged in between right now, so I'm going to put a bit of spray foam down the side here. That will hold that in nicely. Seal these windows, get the walls padded out. I'll get some more timber for securing that in, and then we should have a shell, which will be brilliant. Then we obviously move on to actually building our facilities inside the van. So that's what we're going to finish off now in the next day or two. Foamy time! As I mentioned before, this expanding foam has a dual purpose. It will keep the warmth from escaping through these gaps, but more importantly, it's actually holding up the ceiling insulation boards, so we don't need to use any fixings or glue. And it's a lovely sunny day. We've got a couple of days of this and then a lot of rain, so we can actually work in the van now, we don't need to be outside. I'll show you what we did last night. Like, we didn't actually record any of this, but we got all the sides done. I've spray foamed in here, and at the back you can see we've just sort of made a little custom area for this, make everything fit in nicely. There's that fluffy insulation behind there. We've got the vapor barrier with this reflective. I'll just secure the light fixtures in place and then finalise this with some reflective stuff just to cover up those little gaps there. Down the front we've run out of Celotex, but we made good use of what was left. We've literally used every single piece, I think, apart from a couple of little tiny blocks down there. And then we put the wool around here, reflective on top, so that goes up to there. And then what we're going to have, this clothes box that I'm building will be insulated behind, and then that will come up to meet this, and we'll just tape it all in, so that'll be nice and neat. So today I'm going to move this stuff around and just start putting the insulation in the walls. Yeah, that's the first job of the day. So whether you're using soft insulation rolls or rigid boards, they're very easy to put up. We added a heat reflecting layer as well, which is very thin and held everything in place. We'll be screwing in wooden boards over the top, and that will wedge everything together and keep our van super warm. But what I want to get at is there. JVC speakers here, £17, 30 watt speakers, which is not the best, or not the biggest and baddest, but they'll do. Get much better sound quality, because our speakers right now are just crackling and they're broken, you know, they've got deformations, and this one might even be broken on the rim, so we'll see. If you've got speakers already installed in your van, it's as simple as pulling out the old connectors. Yours will have the same two pieces like that. Pop them on and you're done. Obviously, if you get super powerful speakers, then you need to make sure that the amplifier in your van or car is able to provide enough power, but you can read all about that. While I have the door panel off, I added some sound deadening and insulation to the inner section. When metal vibrates, it makes a lot of noise, so be sure to add even a small layer of rubber or board to any medium to large metal sheets on the body of your van. There we go. Hi. Hi there. Look, you can see my hands as well. Ooh. It's like proper, look, so I can be like getting some work done. Snip, 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 snip. Cutting my hat up, putting stuff away. And you can see everything. Wow. How cool is that? How cool. Yeah. Robot face. We've got a table saw now, which is great. So we can cut everything square properly. So we'll start having our cabinets being built soon. Yeah.
Yeah, exciting.
Alright, so we're going to finish the insulation. That's the first job.
After installation, to be honest, I'm not sure what we're gonna do. Plumbing, electrics.
We'll figure it out.
Yes. Time to rock and roll.
I took off the thing.
Come on.
This goes like this.
On.
Got a little song and goes like. Oh, that's just perfect. Look, it like fits seam to seam from the top.
So sexy.
For us, there were cavities in the walls, perfect for insulation to slot into. If you have very little space and don't want to waste any of that, then simply using 2 or 3 heat reflecting space blanket layers, it will make a huge difference.
So I'm adding some insulation on our wheel arches. They are covered in sound deadening material right now, but they really need to be insulated too. We're not putting prop insulation like on the walls, on the ceiling, but we'll just add some of this reflectives material. It's beautiful spaceship stuff. And it should do the job. And it's all done.
Hello there. Okay, so we've done a lot of planning. We've done all the buying and purchasing. So today is the day where a lot of stuff goes in. Taking all the plywood out here just now. Then I'm going to start drilling out the waste system, and later on we'll be putting up the cladding. So good luck to me. Since we want to have a waste tank to collect water while we're in cities or any areas that wouldn't be appropriate for us to let water run straight to the ground, what I'm doing is locating where to drill the exit holes for the shower and sink drains and see how they will all run towards the waste tank area just using gravity. It was a big job though, so I'll make a standalone video showing how I fit all of this together, so be sure to check that out later on. So we oiled our cladding with a protective coating which darkened the wood to a nice tone, and then we left it to dry overnight. After we got the first centerboard in place, everything else went up extremely quickly. We didn't use any of the traditional cladding clips as this is being used as a roof and they may be jolted free while we're driving, so we opted to put self-tapping screws, 4 in each board, so that they would be fixed to the 4 metal support ribs that we have that holds up the entire fiberglass roof. So here you can see our fully cladded roof in the daylight. Looks pretty good. I also get started on building a fantastically free kitchen unit frame, entirely built from an old wooden pallet, but let's save that for the next video.
In the next video, we'll be finishing phase 2 of our van build by transforming our spaceship interior to finished walls with an oak panel effect.
Wow, look at that.
Walls!
Walls!
See you next time!